on West General Robinson, which is still closed. You can see here these barricades are in place at the intersection with Chuck Knoll Way. Now, still, it was a lot more chaotic earlier. Let's give you a look. Our cameras actually captured gas billowing out of the road. It was right around 8 outside the stadium when officials say construction workers hit an 8-inch high-pressure natural gas line. Now, they were able to shut it off and no one was hurt. Fire officials were asked to check meters to make sure the area is safe.
Well, thankfully, there were no big events going on, and People's Gas, of course, is right here, so that was convenient for crews getting here to help out with us.
And back live, public safety officials had originally stated that a portion of Heinz Field, this side here, was evacuated. Some of those offices were evacuated. However, a Heinz Field spokesperson says that that was just a misunderstanding, and that wasn't the case. That spokesperson adding that tours of the field are going on as normal today. We did speak with some tourists who had some concerns. You're going to hear from them coming up at 5. Live from the North Shore, I'm Liz Kilmer, Channel 11 News.
So it will not be the soaking that we had this weekend, but there's still a few showers that are lingering around. Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist is tracking when the rain can arrive.
Yeah, a couple showers across the area this afternoon, Jennifer. Most areas are going to be fairly dry, but live storm tracker Doppler 11 radar into the mountains. If you're with us on Channel 11 Morning News this morning, we said this was the best place to see some rain during the midday hours. Rest of the area right now is dry. Live look at Tower Cam, partly sunny skies. It is warm already. Temperatures in the upper 70s right now. We're going to make our way to about 82 this afternoon. 81 already in Beaver, 78 in Pittsburgh. Want to get the dogs out this afternoon? Just some spotty showers. Most of the afternoon will be dry. Now I'm going to go back and update Storm Tracker right now, pinpointing where that rain is going to fall throughout the afternoon and the evening. I'll have an updated look at that coming up in about 15 minutes.
Today, people across the area are cleaning up from all the weather we had over the weekend. Channel 11's Mike Holden is live in South Fayette, where one neighbor gave us a look at some of the damage after the flooding. Good afternoon, Mike.
Hey there, Jen. Good afternoon to you. So this afternoon, some folks are still cleaning up the damage and the debris and the mess that's left behind, whether it's outside in the street like this. I was going to try to walk through the mud puddles. Not even worth it. I almost fell right before this live shot. Or it's cleaning up inside of these houses. We had the chance to talk with one South Fayette mom, and she told us frustration is clearly building. This is now the 3rd time her basement is flooded in 1 year. But I have to show you this. This right here was the moment Alicia Freno knew things were taking a turn for the worse. The front yard of her Morgan South Fayette home started pooling water Sunday afternoon, and within seconds, Blythe Road and her front lawn were flooded. It didn't end there. Water rushed right toward her home. Her basement took on 2 feet of rainwater. Thankfully, area fire departments moved in fast and pumped out the space. All that is left behind today, you can definitely call it this, a muddy mess. Alicia is preparing to pressure wash and deep clean the basement throughout the day.
I'm ready for a drought, so I wouldn't mind no rain for a couple months. I hope it stops this week.
All right, fingers crossed. You just heard it, so you got to keep watching for this Channel 11 forecast. Alicia also told me she's not even keeping anything of value in the basement anymore because she's been cleaning up so often because of the constant rain and the floodwaters. She also sent a big shout out to the local fire departments who assisted in pumping out the basement. Had they not come out here and done so fast with her place as well as her neighbors, she still would have several feet of standing water. We're taking a closer look at the damage for a new report coming up at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting live from South Fayette, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
Hopefully all those folks get back on their feet very soon. Mike, thanks so much. And look at this flash flooding. That turned roads into rivers in Washington, D.C. this morning. A lot of cars were stranded. People had to be rescued. As you see in that video, look, there's somebody on like a yellow raft back there. And looks like somebody's carrying some kids out of this car. Reagan National Airport got 3 inches of rain in just an hour. A flash flood warning is in effect for D.C. as well as parts of Maryland and Virginia until 1:45 this afternoon. Developing right now, police are looking for a man wanted in connection to an alleged burglary and sexual assault in Oakland. Take a look. This is the man that Pittsburgh police are looking for in this picture. So far, police aren't saying if this is related to the sexual assault we told you about last week or if this is a new assault. Either way, if you recognize this man, call Pittsburgh police. New at noon, First Lady Melania Trump has arrived in Huntington, West Virginia. She is going to attend a roundtable on the opioid epidemic there. You can watch for coverage throughout the night on Channel 11 News. A woman is dead and a man is in the hospital after a crash early this morning in Penn Hills. It's just the latest to happen along Salzburg Road. Channel 11's Lori Hoy is live at County Police Headquarters with the new details that we are learning from police. Lori?
Yeah, Jennifer, we learned from County Police just a short time ago that a 33-year-old woman died in the accident that she crossed the center line, striking another vehicle. It happened about 5:30 this morning on Salzburg Road near Sycamore Drive in Penn Hills. County police tell us the woman who died was driving this Nissan Rogue traveling east when she crossed the center line and struck a Hummer traveling west. Both vehicles had extensive damage. The woman died at the scene. The 44-year-old man driving the Hummer was taken to the hospital. This section of road was closed for hours as police investigated. We talked to a neighbor who was awakened by the impact and said that he and several others ran to the accident scene to help.
There was 4 other vehicles there helping them. The car was on fire. A lady down the street come out with a fire extinguisher. They grabbed it, put it out, and that was before anyone came, the police or anyone.
Now I'm told this is a dangerous road, and I'm working on that part of the story for tonight at 5. Live at County Police Headquarters, Lori Hoy, Channel 11 News.
And as Lori mentioned just last week, Channel 11 told you about neighbors who are frustrated and fed up that nothing has been done about a deadly stretch of Salzburg Road. In fact, in the last month, there have been now 4 deadly incidents there. Neighbors say they want to see the speed limit enforced more. We contacted PennDOT. A spokesperson told us that a traffic engineer will look over those police reports to determine if anything can be done to help. We're checking back in today. A trial for a funeral director accused of stealing from his customers has been postponed. These customers prepaid for funerals, and investigators say Stephen Kazmarski stole more than $500,000 from them. The Uniontown man is facing more than 80 counts of theft, forgery, and fraud. We'll let you know when a new court date is set. The woman police say opened fire inside a local Walmart is behind bars, and it'll be another week before Rojanai Alston faces a judge. The Penn Hills woman turned herself in Saturday. She faces attempted homicide and aggravated assault charges. Police say she shot a woman in the hand and the leg at the Walmart in North Versailles. The police report says that the victim's cousin had an issue with Alston, and video shows the women attacking her first. Now, at last check, the victim was still in critical condition.
It feels great to wake up as a world champ.
I bet it does. Right now, the U.S. women's soccer team is on their way home from France. Cameras capture them leaving their hotel this morning. And Lion and morning players, they told reporters that they had a good party last night, and they couldn't wait to touch down in New York to celebrate with all of those fans at home. And we certainly are very proud of them here. Americans across the country are still celebrating the team's historic World Cup win. Channel 11's Bofta Yamam is in Washington, D.C., where the champions are invited to celebrate.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is the first to invite the World Cup champions to Washington. Pelosi tweeted her congrats and said by popular bipartisan demand, she was inviting the team to the U.S. Capitol. She also spoke out in support of the team's efforts to get paid equally to the men's team. They sued the U.S. Soccer Federation for gender discrimination. President Trump told reporters Sunday he had not thought about inviting the team to the White House yet, but offered his congrats.
They're great players, and it's a great honor to have them captured for the United States, 4th time, and that's a tremendous thing. So congratulations to the team on the World Cup.
Several high-profile players have spoken out against the president and said they would not go if invited to the White House. In Washington, Bofta Yamam, Channel 11 News.
The World Cup is getting little girls and boys, though, excited about playing soccer, but it's also put that spotlight back on concussions. Sewickley Area Soccer, like many organizations, wants to stay ahead of the curve, so they're encouraging the use of special halo headbands. The military-grade technology reduces the risk of concussions by absorbing and dispersing that impact. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, at least 1 million kids and teens are treated for concussions every year, and a lot of them come from playing sports. There's some damage at a PNC bank that caught fire in Mount Washington. It's the one that's at the intersection of Shiloh Street and Virginia Avenue. The fire chief told us that the damage from yesterday's fire is minor. Now, the PNC website says that this branch is temporarily closed. Pittsburgh police are trying to find the person who shot a man in the thigh. It happened early Saturday morning on Curtin Avenue in Bells Hoover. Police say the victim told them that he was outside walking when 3 young men shot him. He is in stable condition. A local family needs your help paying for a funeral. We first told you their story last week. Such a sad story. The body of their daughter was found inside a suitcase on the side of the road in Georgia. We told you when Jessica Mancini's body was identified last week. Now, since then, the family has set up a GoFundMe page. They do hope to raise enough money so they can plan a funeral by the end of July, because she would have turned 32 then. We are waiting for billionaire and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein to go before a federal judge in Manhattan. Court documents were unsealed today, and they show that Epstein is charged with creating and maintaining a network that allowed him to sexually exploit and abuse dozens of underage girls. The alleged victims were as young as 14. Epstein was arrested on Saturday. New at noon, another person is charged with licking ice cream at a store, this time in Louisiana. Authorities say that Lanice Martin III posted video of himself on Facebook. We're not going to show you that video here, but we'll tell you what happened. Apparently, he was licking a container of ice cream, poking it with his finger, and putting it back on the shelf. Sheriff's deputies found him at the store, showing the sales clerk a receipt that showed that he bought the ice cream that he licked. Deputies searched the freezer and confirmed that, but they still charged him with unlawful posting of criminal activity for notoriety and publicity and tampering with property. And you probably saw the video from earlier this month when a Texas teen did the same thing. Turning tragedy into awareness. Now, the family of a murder victim is honoring her life while also keeping others safe.
You see a big guy standing there holding a knife, what do you do?
Police are looking for the men who attacked a woman in Sheridan. Our 2 dogs helped her get away.
A couple showers, even thunderstorm in a few spots this afternoon. I'm tracking the locations likely to get wet.
You're streaming WPXI now. Your source for breaking news, weather, and original local shows. Amazing people are having a big impact all over rural America. Small town, big deal. Weekdays at 2 p.m. on WPXI. On Channel 11 News now brings you the 7-day forecast on your screen all the time. During all of our weather reports, you'll see the forecast for the next 7 days where you live. Watch Severe Weather Team 11's 7-day forecast on Channel 11 News every day. Pittsburgh's Chief Meteorologist Stephen Cropper tracking the weather in your neighborhood. Only Channel 11 Morning News brings you weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Meteorologist Scott Harbaugh tracks storms down to your neighborhood, and Tricia Pittman helps you get around backups. Check out the difference on Channel 11 Morning News.
Channel 11 is talking to a woman who says she was attacked while walking her dogs in Sheridan.
He pulled a knife out and he got my arm first because he clocked me in my face.
Wow, this victim says that 3 men came out of nowhere and jumped her when she was walking past an alley. She talked to Channel 11's Amy Hudak about how she says her dog saved her life.
You see a big guy standing there holding a knife, what do you do?
Melissa Knopf shows us the nearly 100 stitches in her hand, arm, and stomach. She was walking her 2 dogs, Jinx and Bella, Thursday night on Hammond Street near Brevet Way, when someone stepped out from an alley.
He's like, give me everything in your pockets. I didn't have anything. I didn't even have a dime, and he didn't want to hear it. And then that's when he pulled a knife out, and he got my arm first because he clocked me in my face.
Knopf says 3 men were robbing her. She was stabbed in the stomach, then tried to grab the knife. Her hand sliced open. Knopf says her instinct was to drop the dog's leashes. Jinx and Bella clamped onto the men long enough for her to run.
And I just started running towards the house. And I kept calling them and calling them. I just thought they were hurt.
Knopf's collapsed on her front porch. The dogs returning home right by her side. Bella's paws bloody.
They did good. They definitely did good.
Police say the 3 men are still out there. Knopf says the one with the knife had 2 distinct characteristics.
He had a big tattoo across his chest, and like a brown, like fingerprint size, like brown mark on his eye.
As for Jinx and Bella,
I feel like they don't even realize it happened. Like it just, like they're just like, hey, Mom, you're home, you know.
Amy Hudak, Channel 11 News.
Governor Tom Wolf has vetoed a bill that includes $90 million to help counties buy new voting machines. He says he supports the funding, but the bill doesn't do enough to improve voting access or security. He also says a provision in the bill to eliminate the straight party ticket will only lead to voter confusion and longer lines. Wolf says he is committed to helping counties pay for those new voting machines, but there has to be a better way. Starbucks is apologizing after an employee asked a group of police officers to leave. It happened on the 4th of July in Tempe, Arizona. The Tempe Officer Association says that 6 officers had just bought drinks and were standing together when an employee asked them to leave. The employee claims that they made the request because a customer felt unsafe.
There's no apparent problem they were causing, so nobody should be asked to leave if all they're doing is just having a cup of coffee. That's what they have a right to do there.
Starbucks released a statement saying it's taken additional steps to ensure this does not happen again. Check your medicine cabinets. Eye drops and ointments are being recalled. That's because the products might not be sterile. Equate products sold at Walmart like allergy relief eye drops and gel drops have been recalled. So have Perugino prescription ointments, and over-the-counter and prescription eye drops and ointments from Walgreens are on that list too. We have more information about the recall on our website, WPXI.com.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Once again, a couple showers out there at this noontime hour. Temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s, and you can see on live storm tracker Doppler 11 radar most of the activity southeast into the mountains right now. Some of this is some fairly heavy rain. So while most of the area is going to escape that real heavy rain we've seen Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the mountains might be the exception to this. Notice just southeast of Friendsville, some fairly heavy rain. Also Fayette County, along the border of Somerset County, in the ridges, just getting a couple of showers to pop that could drop a quick ½ inch to maybe a ½ inch of rain in a half hour to 40 minutes. That's where the cloud cover is the thickest too. And notice the direction of this, generally northeast to southwest. If you're with us this morning on Channel 11 Morning News, told you the farther northwest you went today, better chance of sunny skies, better chance of no rain. Farther southeast, the better chance you had of getting those showers off and on throughout the day today. 76 in Butler right now. Mercer, 78 degrees. Beaver already at 81. Pittsburgh, 78. Notice the cooler air to the southeast where the showers are popping right now. Somerset, only 66 degrees. Want to get the car washed this afternoon? Couple of showers, hit and miss, especially east of Pittsburgh toward the mountains. That 5 o'clock temperature, 82 degrees. By 8 tonight, still 78. And again, most of the area will stay fairly dry today. Here's Storm Tracker at 1 o'clock this afternoon. There's Pittsburgh. The white is the cloud cover. Green is the rain. So the farther east and south you go, better chance of picking up some showers this afternoon into early this evening. And notice at 7 o'clock tonight, could be a pretty good thunderstorm down to Preston County. Best chance of thunderstorms today, south of I-70. That's not to say there couldn't be a clap of thunder in Butler, Beaver, or even Clarion counties where there'll be a couple showers trying to form at 7 o'clock tonight. But the better dynamics for thunderstorms off to the south. So keep in mind, anything that could change your plans, better chance of needing the umbrella in Fayette, Preston, and Garrett counties than up into Butler, Lawrence, and Venango counties. By tomorrow morning, we quiet down in a decent-looking day across the area tomorrow. Get a little grilling done tonight. Not terrible. By 9 o'clock, most of the area fairly rain-free. We'll drop to 65 overnight tonight. Tomorrow, very warm. Muggy tomorrow, but dry. A lot of sunshine around. High temperature, 87 degrees. Most of Wednesday is going to be dry as well, and rainfall potential this week much less than what we saw last week. Most areas a half inch to an inch of rain. Last week, saw about 2 to 3 inches across much of the area. 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view. We'll get a thunderstorm in here late in the day Wednesday. Most of the daylight hours will be dry. 88 for the high. Then scattered storms Thursday, 82. Front half of the weekend looking pretty dry. 80 on Friday, mid-80s on Saturday, and then a couple showers and thunderstorms Sunday into high temperature, a very muggy 87 degrees.
There's a new push to get this convicted sex offender back behind bars, what investigators say he admitted to while on probation. And more people are adding Alexa to their homes, but there are some new privacy concerns. What Amazon said.
If you want to be prepared for all the things you need to do, wake up with Channel 11 Morning News. You'll get dependable, live coverage of breaking news from a team you can trust to get the facts and the story right. We'll connect you to the important news happening where you live. And with weather updated every 10 minutes, you'll know exactly how storms will impact your commute. Be ready for whatever your day might bring. Channel 11 Morning News is
more news in Westmoreland County.
Alexa, do you know everything?
No, but I'm always learning.
Learning and listening. There are some new concerns about Amazon Alexa. The company confirmed not only does the device record conversations, it saves them too. Channel 11's Damani Lewis found out it's up to you to go in and delete them.
Alexa, do you know everything?
No, but I'm always learning.
That's because Alexa is designed to start listening when prompted by keywords. And when it's listening, it's also recording. So what happens to those recordings? In May, Delaware Senator Christopher Coons requested answers, writing, "I am very concerned by reports that text transcriptions of these audio records are preserved indefinitely on Amazon servers." Amazon wrote back, "We've retained customers' voice recordings and transcripts until the customer chooses to delete them." Amazon says it stores this data to improve performance of its voice assistants. Customers can review, listen to, and delete voice recordings using the voice history feature in the Alexa app. But there are exceptions, including when a customer subscribes to Amazon Music Unlimited, requests a car from Uber or Lyft, and orders a pizza from Domino's. Amazon or the skill developer obviously need to keep a record of the transaction. The executive in charge of Alexa showed off the technology last August.
We want to know, what are customers experiencing and how are they using our devices in a natural environment?
Amazon says its products are designed with privacy concerns in mind.
Privacy and security are, first and foremost, super important to us. We take it very seriously.
But now some customers are asking whether the default shouldn't be set to forget instead. Damani Lewis, Channel 11 News.
So how do you change the settings? It's really simple. I did it the first time I saw this story. So you use the Alexa app on your phone. You go to settings, you scroll down to manage how your data improves Alexa, and then in that you turn off the help develop new features and use messages to improve transcriptions. Might sound confusing as I'm just describing it to you, but I promise it is pretty easy to do. So the second day of the bull runs in Spain have left 4 people injured, including one who was gored in the back. The bulls run a 2,800-foot route. It's all the way to the bull ring, and that leaves runners scrambling in limited space close to their horns. The race is only a little more than 2 minutes long.
It was just every man for themselves. And those bulls are big, and they're fast, and they're nasty. It was great. It was great. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
2 Americans were gored in the run on Sunday, and there are 8 bull runs in Pamplona every July. People in Southern California are still reeling from 2 major earthquakes. What many residents are still doing to try to stay safe.
Showers, a couple thunderstorms popping up this afternoon. I've got a new storm tracker to show you where.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Spice up your taste buds to your green thumb with tips for your kitchen to yard. Watch Garden Style, Saturday and Sunday at 3:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. on WPXI. Channel 11 Morning News brings you weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Meteorologist Scott Harbaugh tracks storms down to your neighborhood, and Tricia Pittman helps you get around backups. Check out the difference on Channel 11 Morning News. The 7-day forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
Hundreds turned out for this Walk for Love yesterday at Settlers Cabin Park. It was a chance to remember a young woman killed nearly 2 years ago in a case of domestic violence. Friends and family of Alina Shahet set up a charitable organization. It's called Alina's Light. As Channel 11 News anchor Catherine Amenta explains, it's a way for them to celebrate her life while working towards change.
That's what keeps us going. Love to our daughter.
It's been almost 2 years since Alina Shahet was killed by her ex-boyfriend Matthew Darby in her Oakland apartment. Alina had a protection from abuse order out against Darby. That did not stop him.
And, you know, it's a piece of paper. I'm going to respect it because I don't want to go to jail. But there are people out there who don't have that mentality. And so that's where the problem comes in.
Domestic violence is real. It's a real thing, and people need to be aware. And that's what we are trying to show people and to do with our organization.
Alina's Light is working to pass a new state law. Alina's law would protect victims of domestic violence by requiring suspects to wear ankle monitors.
Electronic enforcement devices could literally save lives. Something horrible happened to this family. They were, you know, mature enough and caring enough to identify flaws in the system that contributed to those issues and work to address them.
Catherine Amenta, Channel 11 News.
The same bill was introduced last year and passed the state Senate with bipartisan support, but it was never brought up for a vote in the House. You're taking a live look at downtown Pittsburgh from our tower camera. A lot of clouds out there this morning. We could see a few rain showers over the next few hours. Meteorologist Scott Harbaugh is in Severe Weather Center 11 for us with the latest this afternoon. Looks a lot different than the shot this morning of downtown.
Oh, without doubt, this morning, beautiful sky.
Right.
First thing this morning, clouds starting to fill in a little bit, and that is leading to a couple of showers southeast of the mountains. Notice on Storm Tracker Doppler 11 radar the direction of this rain heading northeast to southwest, and that's going to be the general gist throughout the day today when we get something cranking in a spot or two. Back to tower cam, high to mid-level clouds right now. Not going to keep the temperature down too much. We're 78 in Pittsburgh right now, 77 in Butler, and 76 in Washington. Okay, maybe not a perfect pool day today, but most of the area will be dry, just some spotty showers as temperatures push into the upper 80s. Just finished updating Storm Tracker. I'm going to go put it into the computer system right now. Have a fresh look at the timing of those rain showers coming up in just about 15 minutes. Jennifer?
Lightning struck some of the steeples over at St. Fidelis Church in Butler County. As you can see there, firefighters were up on the ladder and they removed the cross because they weren't sure it was stable enough to stay up there. Luckily, no one was hurt. There haven't been any masses in that church since last year. A McKeesport man convicted of murder will not be getting another trial. Christopher Smarr's team claimed that the judge's decision to allow a witness to testify with a scarf over her face influenced jurors. His appeal was denied. Smarr is serving 45 years to life for killing a New Kensington man during a drug deal at the Garden Inn in 2015. Smarr was 18 years old when he was arrested. There's a push to get this convicted sex offender back behind bars. That's because he admitted to viewing porn, which violates his probation. Scott Tyree was convicted of kidnapping and sexually assaulting Alicia Kozakevich when she was 13. She's an adult now, and she's been trying to get him moved from his halfway house in her hometown. That's where investigators say he looked at porn and admitted it to his probation officer. He's not allowed to as part of his punishment.
They're not asking him questions about anything good that he would be lying about. And once I read that, I could step outside and take a breath.
Tyree had to take a polygraph test. Parents, we have an investigation you'll want to see. It involves the sex offender registry and sex offenders who are allowed to legally change their names.
It's sort of a life sentence. I'm an MIT grad, and I can't even do minimum wage maintenance work.
Every state has different laws about whether sex offenders can change their names. We'll break down Pennsylvania's law and show you how it compares to others. You won't want to miss our Channel 11 investigation tonight at 5. Trying to avoid a deer might have been the cause of a 5-car accident. That's what firefighters on the Turnpike told us. The accident happened eastbound between Beaver Valley and Cranberry last night. The Turnpike Commission told us that 4 cars and a commercial vehicle were all involved. One person has a minor injury. Watch this video. You can see there is a man running between traffic on a highway in Bucks County. There was an off-duty police officer who was nearby. He jumped in to help a different department, and then watch. See the left-hand side of your screen? Look, he tackles that guy, and that's when police say that that off-duty officer was stabbed.
It's proof that our police officers are always on duty.
So that officer, we're told, is recovering now. A lot of people in Southern California are still on edge today, fearing more aftershocks from this weekend's powerful earthquake. NBC's Lester Holt has the latest.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
For those living near the epicenter of the massive 7.1 magnitude earthquake, a seismic shift in more ways than one.
I don't know if any of us will ever feel safe here again.
Thousands of small aftershocks have hit Southern California since Friday's quake, which followed a 6.4 foreshock the day before. Some families have started sleeping outside as a precaution.
It's like just traumatizing for us to be inside.
The quake felt as far away as L.A., Vegas, Phoenix, even Sacramento.
This is a very strong earthquake.
Playing out on live TV.
We're experiencing very strong shaking. I think we need to get under the desk.
The tremors sparking fires, damaging structures, and leaving a visible fissure in the desert. Swimming pools shaking like stormy seas, giving a small glimpse at the energy vibrating from below. But thankfully, no lives were lost and no major injuries reported.
On the long run, we're going to have a lot more earthquakes and we're going to have a lot stronger shaking.
In the small town of Trona, around 50 homes sustained damage. These high desert communities had been struggling even before the quake.
This thing may put me out of business.
Now, some are looking to rebuild and hoping this won't prove to be a lasting setback.
And any time that we can, go through a 7.1 earthquake and we do not report a fatality, a major injury, do not suffer structural damage that was significant, I want to say that's a blessing and a miracle.
Lester Holt, NBC News.
Police say that a man broke into a house in Florida and threw firecrackers under a 9-year-old's bed, and she was sleeping. Her parents say the guy lives in a tent nearby and broke into the house on Saturday. They chased him out and police arrested him. The girl said that she was scared by the explosion, but she didn't appear to be injured.
I'd run back in there and do it again, even if I got burnt worse or died.
This is incredible. So a young man is recovering in the hospital. You see him talking from his hospital bed. This was after he rushed back into a burning house to save his niece. 20-year-old Derek Bird was safely out of the home when he jumped into action to help the young girl. So the fire broke out Thursday morning at the family's home in Aberdeen, Washington. Bird says that he ran downstairs, caught his two nephews, Junior and Rory. But his niece, Mercedes, she fell back into the burning room when her mom fell off the roof.
She was screaming my name, so I wasn't going to let her just sit there. I was going to let my niece die. And I didn't care. I just ran right up there the stairs and then pushed right through the fire. Went right through the fire. I could feel it burning me. And then I got her. I took my shirt off, put it around her face so she wasn't breathing any smoke. And then I just carried her out as fast as I could.
Gosh, good thing they're both okay. You can see there he's kind of taped up. Bird has some 2nd and 3rd degree burns on his face, on his back, and his arms. Discover eliminated hidden fees, why one of the larger banks in the country is helping you save money. But first, the growing danger in the middle of this road.
Join the Leukemia Lymphoma Society for Light the Night. This special event brings together family, friends, and co-workers to celebrate, honor, and remember those touched by cancer. Participants help fund life-saving cancer research and treatments, giving survivors hope.
Survivors like Nora and me. That's right.
Visit WPXI.com/lightthe-night for more information.
Help defeat the darkness of cancer and walk with us at Heinz Field on October 17th.
When we walk, cancer
6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
A month. It started as a small bump in the road. Someone's going to get hurt.
Homeowners in Pittsburgh are fed up with a big hole right in the middle of their street. That is huge. Look at that there. Neighbors told us it's been like this for weeks, and it's only getting worse. So take a look. We'll show it to you again. That is a sinkhole right in the middle of 9th Street. The road is now shut down in Pittsburgh because it's too dangerous to drive on. And we have reached out to see when repairs will be made, and we'll let you know when we hear back. Police say fireworks were to blame for a shooting scare inside Union Station in Washington, D.C. Police say someone set off the fireworks inside the station late Sunday afternoon. Social media users reported a stampede of people rushing towards the exits after hearing those loud bangs. 3 people were injured. They're now looking for the person who set off those fireworks. There's now an easier way to return things that you bought at Amazon that you really don't want, where you can drop those packages off starting today.
Plus, tracking showers developing across the area and which locations are most likely to see rain for the evening commute.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Check out the intense, action-packed world of esports. Top plays and interviews on Esports Weekly, Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. on WPXI.
Cover the news the same way.
Channel 11 covers news everywhere you live, not just downtown. More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. Channel 11 News at 5, when you want news from where you live.
Watch The Wendy Williams Show every weekday at 11, right here on Channel 11.
A new survey finds 1 in 4 Americans say they will never retire. The AP poll shows 23% of people over the age of 50 don't plan to stop working. Money is a big factor. About 30% of people over 50 say they are financially prepared for retirement. There's a new way to return things you bought on Amazon that you don't want. As of today, Kohl's is accepting Amazon returns at all of its stores. All you have to do is go online and pick out the Kohl's drop-off option. You'll get a special barcode to put on your package to drop off at the store, and then Kohl's will pack, label, and ship them back for free. If you pay to have a checking account, you probably do. Listen up. Discover Bank is offering accounts of all kinds free of charge. Channel 11's consumer advisor Clark Howard explains why.
Do you know what it costs you to have a checking account? Even if it's supposedly a free checking account, by the time all the hidden fees hit your wallet, the average person is typically paying over $150 a year for having that checking account. Well, now Discover Bank has discovered that you hate that. And they, one of the larger banks in the country, have eliminated all junk fees, all gotchas, all hidden fees entirely. So whether you have a checking account with them, savings, money market, whatever, even if you mess up with the account, they're not going to hit you with fees. So why is this happening? Because more and more new app-based semi-banks, they're not truly banks, are making accounts available to you with no junk fees at all. And the banks are starting to get a little scared. So Discover is like, hey, why should we lose a customer? Why don't we treat a customer the way the customer wants to be treated? I'm Clark Howard.
You can see more from Clark Howard on our streaming app. Just search for WPXI on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. If you want to know what U.S. Steel is doing to keep you healthy, you can find out at a meeting this month. The Allegheny County Health Department will hold a public hearing to discuss the draft agreement with the steel company. We told you environmental groups and residents demanded the meeting. It's on Tuesday, July 30th at 6 p.m. at the Clairton Municipal Building. They'll discuss an agreement from U.S. Steel to invest billions into the Clairton Coke Works plant to improve air quality. We have a traffic alert for you this afternoon. PennDOT just started working on emergency landslide repairs in Franklin Park today. They're fixing 2 spots on Rochester Road, so that means you have to take Wexford Bain to Nicholson Road if you want to get around that way. PennDOT hopes to have the roads reopened by August 22nd. Mosquito season is nearing its peak. It's typically in July or August. You know, we've had a lot of rain, so anything that holds a lot of water, like baby pools sitting outside, watering cans, all of that can be breeding grounds for mosquitoes. So far this year, 17 states have reported West Nile cases, including right here in Pennsylvania. In fact, one of the first cases to be reported was from Beaver County. The DEP says a mosquito was found with West Nile in Center Township.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Jennifer's right. You definitely want to clear that standing water, especially those baby pools that can just sit there for a couple of days. Water just kind of sits there and they become a cesspool, basically, for that mosquito breeding and development. Right now, more rain falling on live storm tracker Doppler 11 radar, primarily southeast into the mountains. Coverage today is not going to be nearly as widespread as it has been the last 5 or 6 days. Rainfall amounts will be less, too. The exception into the mountains, a couple specks of orange showing up down near Deep Creek Lake and McHenry up toward Accident, Maryland. So still going to get a couple spots where the rain could get a little heavy. There's Warden right now, Ohio Pile, just on the back edge of some rain right along the Youghiogheny River into the mountains, picking up those showers. Temperatures this afternoon into the 80s and not much of a cool down tonight. By 10 o'clock, 72 degrees. The air still kind of muggy, although not as thick as it was late last week and over much of the weekend. Here's Storm Tracker at 2 this afternoon. Again, primarily showers south and east of Pittsburgh, but as we get into the later afternoon hours, we'll get a couple to develop in and around the Pittsburgh area. So just because you live up near Butler, Beaver, Newcastle, doesn't mean you're guaranteed a completely rain-free afternoon or early evening. But the better concentration of showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, will be to the south. Overnight, this all quiets down. I do think we have some patchy fog tomorrow morning, especially with those areas that do see some rain late this afternoon and into early this evening. Today, kind of sticky outside. I think tomorrow is going to feel the best of the next 4 days, and even tomorrow is going to be a little bit on the muggy side. Cold front approaches Thursday. Out ahead of the front, we get a very strong flow of southwesterly winds. That's going to make things steamy by the time we get to Thursday with those dew points pushing into the 70s. That means that air is going to have a very heavy, very sweaty kind of feel across the area. Overnight tonight, just some patchy fog, 65 the overnight low. And tomorrow, mostly sunny, very warm and muggy, a high temperature of 87 degrees. 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view. Good deal of sunshine tomorrow, rain not an issue tomorrow, and tomorrow night back down to 67 degrees. Wednesday primarily dry. There will be a shower or thunderstorm that tries to pop up toward evening. I think 90% of the area stays rain-free during the day Wednesday. So that's 2 days to finally get the grass cut, 2 days to get the car washed, 2 days to be outside without any real threat of rain. That 88 is going to feel more like 92 during the afternoon on Wednesday. Then Thursday, cold front approaches, best chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms, and then a little cooler, a little more comfortable Friday. Mugginess will not be a huge issue on Friday. Partly sunny, 80 for the high temperature Friday. Saturday back to 83 degrees with mostly sunny skies. And Sunday, hit and miss showers and thunderstorms. Most of the daylight hours on Sunday will be dry with a high temperature of 87 degrees.
A huge upset at Wimbledon. How a Pittsburgh native landed a spot in the quarterfinals.
and traffic, updated every 10 minutes on Channel 11 Morning News.
Peters Township native Allison Risk is moving to the Wimbledon quarterfinals. She beat the top seed this morning in a huge upset. Ashley Barty from Australia was #1 going into the match today. Risk will face Serena Williams tomorrow. It's been fun following 15-year-old Coco Gauff's Cinderella story. Unfortunately, though, it did come to an end this morning. The American dropped her 4th-round match to the 7th seed from Romania. Tonight, all eyes will be on Josh Bell as he looks to make a name for himself in the home run derby. The Pirates slugger is the odds-on favorite, and for good reason. This season, he has hit 26 home runs. 5 of them sailed more than 450 feet. 2 of them went all the way to the Allegheny River. Channel 11's Chase Williams is in Cleveland for the home run derby because, of course, the All-Star game is tomorrow. So we'll have that coverage for you tonight, starting on Channel 11 News at 5. How about this? Falling Water just got a huge honor. The Frank Lloyd Wright House has been distinguished as a World Heritage Site. The United Nations just did it yesterday. Falling Water is in the Laurel Highlands, and it was built over a waterfall. The architect built it for Pittsburgh department store operator Edgar Kaufman. That'll do it for us today on Channel 11 News at noon. Our next full newscast is coming up tonight at 5. Of course, you can always get breaking news anytime on our streaming apps or just search for WPXI on Amazon, Fire, Roku, or Apple TV. Have a good day.